on YouTube. So you're able to join me for a chat. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday. So we can begin. So in this live stream tutorial, I'll show you how to, it's a continuation from the last WordPress custom plugin. So in this one, this is going to be more advanced and there's a lot to go through. So I might go a little bit fast, but if you have any questions, you can just contact me and I can slow down for a specific area. So most of this will be talking. I'll explain everything because there's so much to go through. But if you follow along from last tutorial, that should be fine. I'll also go over what we did in the last custom, how to create your own custom plugin. Okay, so if you happen to go to ojambo.com right now, you can click on this WordPress custom set price plugin. So this is the topic we're going to be going through today. And as you can see, this is today's date, 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. So you can click here to go to YouTube where you can follow live, basically meaning you can participate if you're logged into YouTube. If you don't want to do that, no problem. You just scroll down, you click on this, and you can watch it there as well. Okay, so to follow along for this plugin, you can simply go down to, you can click here, and then you can set whatever price you want. So in this particular case, the default price is set to $50, but you can change this to any price you want. So you can be higher or lower, and then you choose a quantity. I believe the quantity is set to only 1. You can't go more than that, even though this might allow you to. And then you click add to cart. So for example, if I click 2 of them here, I'll put 4. Let's see if I go to the cart. Oh, it actually does 4. Okay, I made a mistake there. So for example, if I remove this item and I go back here, and if I set this price to say $100, and I'll choose the quantity to 2 as an example, you see, you pay $100 for this WooCommerce plugin, and the quantity is 2. So the reason I set it to this is so that you can see how it actually works. If I did not hard code it to be 1, that's because it's literally the customer sets the price, so they should also be able to get whatever quantity they want. So okay, so I'll remove this. So that's what we'll be doing here. So now, if we go to our blog where we left off last time, I'm still using the Cadence theme. As you can see, there's no footer here. However, I want to show you a couple of things here for this theme from previous tutorials. So I'll log in. My super secure password. The first thing I want to show you is about the menus. So if we go to the menu, I'm using the primary menu. That's the one in header. I'm going to create a sub menu item just to show you what it looks like. So I could use a post, but in this case I'm just gonna make https ojambo.com, and I'll just say ojambo.com. So I add it to the menu, and then if I put it right here, I hit save. If I go back to the front of the site, I want to show you something. You see under sample page, you see now it has the ojambo.com as a sub menu of this sample page. So that's how you, if depending on the theme, how you can have sub menus, and that's the default starting for this particular theme. So I just wanted to show that to you. Now we need to install the WooCommerce plugin. So I'll go to Where's WooCommerce? So I go to plugins. Plugins here. Okay, so add new plugin. We're gonna WooCommerce. Did I spell WooCommerce correctly? Okay, so WooCommerce. So we install WooCommerce. It's by automatic. Those are the same people who own the WooCommerce, no, the WordPress and WooCommerce trademarks, and they do most of the coding for both of them. I mean, it's free and open source, so they're contributors, but they're probably the biggest contributors. So this is a little bit slow because I'm doing a live stream and I have so many other things going on as well in the background, but WooCommerce is a big plugin, so it's okay. I'll activate it. This is live. I could have done this before, but I wanted to show you how everything works. Okay, set up my store. So I'm just going to set up a very I just need something very minor. So I will, let's see here. I think I should be able to, I'm just starting my business. Hopefully this goes fast. Okay, blog 1, history. No, I don't want that. So I will say other, country and region. I'll say, I'll pick Ontario here. Continue. I don't need that, don't need this, don't need this. I don't need any of these. I'm just setting up very quickly. So customize your store. Okay. So as you can tell, this is a very, so I'm going to leave the default theme, design your own theme. I will go to customizer. So this theme looks like it does have something. So I'll leave that as is. Add your products. That's the one I want to do. So I'm going to add I'm going to add a physical product. Just I think that's one of the easiest to make. So I'll create a physical product. So I'll call it t-shirt. And I'll just say shirts. And the regular price I'll say is $30. And short description, short shirts. Product image, I'm not going to put one now because product tags, I'll just say shirts. And categories, categorize is fine. Publish, yes. Okay, so we do have one product. And say continue setup, get paid. I don't need a payment system right now. That's not important. I don't need to collect tax right now. Shipping options and launch your store. So I want to go to launch your store, and I think it should have everything. I'll just click here. Yeah, there we go. So it automatically says go to visit the store. So I probably need to put a shop page here. Usually it puts it on the shop, or store, one of them. I think it's shop. Yes, in the shop. So you see I already have a product here. And you can add it to the cart. This is the default. We can style this probably in a future tutorial. You can add to the cart. You can see what the cart looks like, and I can view cart. And then I can go to checkout. Right now there is nothing. I'll probably use a coupon, and this is how everything looks like. Now that we have a product, we can install and you see we set it to $30. So the plugin I'm going to show you now will be able to change the price of this particular product or a different product. So this is good enough. I should actually put a shop page here. So let's go back home. Yes, here we go. So what I would like to do is I want to go back to the menu appearance, menus, and you see now we do have a new shop page. So, and we do have a cart page as well. So what I want to do is, I think I'll just put the shop page, just add it to the menu by itself. That's fine. I'll save it. We do have other pages like the checkout. That is not so, I guess I could. That's not so important. I just want to add the shop page just to show you how everything looks like. Okay, so next, what we can do is, now we can go and review the plugin. So under plugins, you see plugin editor, file editor. If you remember this plugin, which is the Hello Dolly plugin, it's a very simple plugin. As you can see, it has one function here, another function, and there's an action. And then there's another function here which has another action. This action puts it in the admin head, meaning that it won't be in the front end of the site. It's only going to be in the admin area. Now, we did create our own plugin, if you do remember, you do recall from last time. So that was called Ojambo plugin here. It's right now, everything is in one PHP file. So as you can see here, we have ojambo-plugin.php, and if you just a quick overview of this, again, the plugin name, plugin URL, and what it requires, PHP 8.3, requires at least a WordPress 6.00, the author URI, license, and license URI. Now, as you can tell here, this part here, this one modifies titles, so I commented that out, and then this one adds something to the class, to the body class. This is still active, and then down here I created this is one way if you're going to use the functions, is always to use something like if the function exists, and read more. So this read more, it seemed not to work last time. The reason it didn't work last time is because of the plugins we're using. So I'll show you that this actually does work. So we just need to change the theme, and then you'll see it working. So for example, if I go back to the home page, you see the home page displays our posts, and as you can see here, the read more is actually supposed to be it's supposed to say read more link. But as you can see here, this doesn't say read more link, read more link, read more link, read more link. It doesn't say that. So the reason for that is because this particular plugin most likely is hard-coded to not change the read more link. However, if we actually change the if we actually go and change the under appearance here, if we go and change the theme, if we change it to the 2025 theme, having one of the WordPress themes will let you do some debugging. So this, if you have any problems, you'll be able to diagnose them. So right now this is active. I'm not only using this theme, I'm using this theme. So if I go back here and do a refresh, see it actually does look a little bit different. You'll notice something. See, read more link. Read more link here. Now, the read more link is only for when you have the read more, if you're using the read more option. So I'm only using it on this astronaut, and that's why it's here. I'm not using it in this Psychos one, or the Hello World, or this one as well. So again, it depends on how you how the theme is. what the theme does, or the theme template. So that's that. So just to show you that the plugin does work, so I'm gonna go back to activate this particular theme. Yeah, so back here, and I will go back to our plugins. So what I want to show you is I also want to show you what the plugin looks like. This plugin that we created last time, just a quick overview before we actually go to the new theme. The new plugin, I apologize again. So let me go to that folder. I think I should create a new, create a new window. And I'm just going to that folder, so then you'll be able to see it. I have many. Here we go. So let me, I'll start sharing so that, okay, here we go. So go blog 1, WP content, and plugins. You see this one here, Ojambo-plugin. We go in here. You see there's literally only one PHP file. So you can edit this in the plugin editor. I wouldn't recommend doing it there, because if you're doing it on a live site, if your connection goes down or something does a hiccup, your site could be down or not compromised, but messed up. So it's always better to maybe download this file, edit it, and then re-upload it. So that way or if you have a local version like I do, I can edit this until I'm happy with it, then I can upload it to the live site, because I've tested locally. Or if you have a test site, do it there. Okay, so this is the plugin. So if you remember, there are lots of ways to install plugins. You can simply just unarchive it and put it into your wp-content/plugins here folder. Just put the folder here, or you can simply just do it by zip. So I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you. I do have that plugin. I believe I might have to zip it up. Just give me a second. I don't know if I have a copy of that plugin. Might have to. Yes, I probably need to grab a copy of that plugin. Let me see where I have it. What's the name of the plugin again? It's called Customer Sets Price. I think I might have all the plugins together, so I might need to, I have all the plugins together, so I need to, okay, that's fine. I'll just zip it up, and I'll show you I'll show you both ways on how to get that plugin up. Where is the jumboshop.com, WP content, plugins, customer sets price. So let me zip this up. Okay. So the first way is, you see this is a zipped file. So all you need to do is extract it in the folder. So I'll extract it. So I've just extracted it. And now if I go to, I'll leave this here. So if I go to plugins, you see it shows up right here, Jumbo Shop Customer Sets Price. So I can activate it here. However, I can simply just delete it. So what I'll do, I'll just delete it here. So it's been deleted. You see it's successfully deleted. Now if we go back here, you see the folder was deleted. Now I'll show you the other way to install this is through a zip, using the zip method. So let me, through the GUI. So if we go back to plugins and you click, scroll up here, add new plugin. It's actually right here, upload plugin, and you can see, so I can click choose file, or I believe I can drag and drop it right here. So I'll see if I can drag and drop it. So if we put here, and there we go. And then you can just click install now. You see, and that's from the zip file. And then I can activate the plugin. So before I activate the I'll activate the plugin. Okay, so the plugin has been updated. So this is the exact same plugin. It's version 1.0.0 at the time of this recording, and that's available on ojambo.com. So if you want this plugin, you can get it on ojambo.com. It's ready itself. It's the product on ojambo.com where you can set the price that you want to download this plugin. Okay, so before we go to the settings, I want to show you how this plugin is actually set up. It's very similar to what we've discussed. So if we go here, for this particular plugin, I'll go inside it. So you can see this plugin is more elaborate than not what we did last time. So for this one, I'm obviously using NetBeans. The version you get doesn't come with this NetBeans project. This is because this is what I work with. So what does this plugin have? It has this is the PHP file, and you can see that its name. It's the name. This is the actual name here. These are assets. I'll explain this. These are usually just images. Yeah, you see these are just images. These are just screenshots. I put them there. And the reason I put this index.html file is this is for people who do not have a very secure website. So this will prevent people from trying to crawl the site. So if it goes into this folder, by default it will grab the index.html file. It's just a little trick. I mean, there are other ways you can still scroll. You should really disallow the indexing of your site. But if you don't, this could help. It's not 100% foolproof, but it's just a good little trick to prevent that. And so that's assets. This is the CSS. So I do have CSS. In this particular case, this CSS is, I believe, for the front end. It's very basic because I don't know what somebody's theme is going to be, so I just put very basic things in here. I expect you in your own theme to obviously, no, I don't want to overwrite what's in your theme. And this one, I'll come back to this in a second. This is where the JavaScripts are. So I did did I minify this? Okay, no, this is for the admin. This is the admin area. Very, very simple JavaScript. In the future, when I do this, I probably don't need this at all. I think everything here can be done using CSS, so I might remove that. And then I said this is the NetBeans project, and this is the file. So what's inside the ink file? That's related to this, but since we're here, so you see right now there's a core, there's a helper. This is my helper PHP file. This file has most of the things that I do need when I make plugins. So this is it has very basic things which I always use when I create plugins. That's why it's here. And then this is very specific to the plugin. This plugin, I said it's fairly simple. So I'll show you all the code in here as well. So now, if we actually look at this file, I'll open this up in actually, I think we can do it inside here, or a text editor. Yeah, since this is installed, let's actually look at these files using the plugin file editor. If it's a little bit slow, I'll just use a text editor. So I'm going to change this to Ojambo Shop Customer Sets Price. Okay, so as I was saying, so this is the PHP file. As you can see, it's the same thing. It has the name, the plugin URL, and the description, the author, and all of this. There's a domain, text domain, and so forth and so forth. And for this particular plugin, I didn't put a URL here for updates, because those updates, I have a special class that will automatically check for updates using a PHP instead of putting it up here. Okay, so another thing I did here is, you see, I just defined some constants. This just makes it easy for me to, if I need to make a change, I just make a change here instead of having to look through multiple files. And then here, you see, this is the auto load. So what the auto load will do is it will grab all my PHP files, or just classes. In this case, there's only 1 or 2, that's it. So, and then the only action I need is this one, add action, plugins loaded. And then this will grab this, and this is the new way in PHP to do an auto load. So that's file, and this is the auto load PHP file. There's nothing special here. Man, this is slow. I think I might. Okay, here we go. As you can see, I just use the SPL underscore auto load register. And then what I do is it takes all the PHP files with the namespace and puts them here automatically. So that's the auto load. It's very simple. Okay, now if we go to the Inc folder, core, I have my helper PHP file. So this is specific to me. I'm not going to even bother explaining that one. I'll just go to this one here. Okay, as you can see, use the namespace, and then what I do is I create a specific class. So here the version. So this version comes from my, it could come from my helper, or I'll set it. Yeah, so the helper, the version, yeah, the helper, that's in the helper file class. It will set the version, the helper, and all that. And I do grab the WordPress database object. The reason I do that is so that I'm able to save it. So for example, if I'm doing an update, I need to know what version you have. Obviously, I'll always have the latest versions, but let's say somebody has a very old version and they want to update. So I want to assume that they're running the latest version. So this is also another way. For example, let's say the person maybe hasn't visited the site for a while and there's an update. So when I do that, maybe there's 2 revisions we need to update, or there's something missing. So this I save something in a database. That way I'll be able to grab it and see what version it is. Or if I have to make specific things for the database or create a new database table, that's why I grab the WordPress database object. So this is another clean way, as I said, because in most of my plugins, I always need the database object. I always need the version. So that's why I put all that stuff in the helper class. And then I can grab it here, set some variables, and then so it's pretty similar. So the good thing about using a class as opposed to using functions is that once I create a class, all I have to worry about is setting a unique class. But in this case, I don't need to do that even, because I have a namespace. As long as my namespace is obviously unique, I'm no problem. Then you see inside this class, I can use, for example, not this one, this is a constructor. Here I can use set variables. So all my plugins can have a function called set variables without it overloading or having some issues with others. For example, if you watching right now, if you create a function called set underscore variables, it could conflict with somebody else who is also using that somewhere. But if you put it inside a class, then you can reuse it as many times as you want. And then here I have my hooks. As you can see here, I have a hook called plugins underscore API. That's a WordPress filter. And there's this send site transient update plugin. So this is how I would update the plugin, and this is what I was talking about. You see, there's an upgrader process complete. So this is what I was trying to say, is that I instead of putting it there what to check, you do need something like this in order to if you want to perform updates. So what the update will automatically, somebody will just click update if there's a new update, and then it will remember, like I showed last time when we logged in, there were some updates. You just click update and it will update. But because this particular plugin is not in the WordPress.org repository, it's on my own repository. So I needed to write my own updater functionality. So if you go to the WordPress website, it will show you how to simply do the update. It's the update is very, very simple. Usually you can even do it from a Git repository, but I said I'm not doing it that way because I don't want my repository to be open to the general public at this time anyway. Okay, so as you can see, I'm also in the admin panel. I'm using an admin menu action. I'm using a filter called plugin _ action links. So obviously these action links will these are links, for example, as I said, for an update. And also, you know, when you go to the WordPress WordPress.org plugin site, or inside WordPress, you know, when you click on more information or help, there's a little pop-up that comes up that shows information about the plugin. So that information is only available, again, if you're using the free open source WordPress repository. I'm not, so I have to create my own. And I'll show you what that looks like here. And then obviously for the actual product, if you decide to use this plugin, which is customer sets price, if you want to use this plugin for a specific product, you need to save, you see what will happen. You save it with the product. So I need to save some things with the product as well. So that's what all this is. And you see the rest of this is just WooCommerce things. And then finally, you see here, when the person registers, there's a register hook, activation hook, and there's deactivation hook. Okay, so those are all things you can look up yourself. If you want me to ever go any of this, I can go through them. So if we go back to the plugins, so we go to install plugins here. What I was saying is that is the plugin activated yet? Yes. Yes, I did activate the plugin. Okay. So what I was saying is that you see here where it says visit plugin site or view details. If I click view details, you see this little pop-up that comes up. Yeah, this part that comes up. You see there's an image here, there's a description, there's reviews. So this here is not available on your custom plugin. You see this plugin we created, or Jumbo plugin, you see it doesn't have view details. You see these view details? This is automatically if this plugin had been made available on the WordPress.org repository, but it's not. So that's why you see it, instead of saying view details, it says visit plugin site, because it's a custom plugin that's hosted locally or my own thing. So now, if I want to mimic this view details, you see I created my own view details here, and I still have the visit plugin site. So this view details, I did create it. Remember I was saying that's the hooks. So if you click this, look what happens. So I mimicked it, and what it does is, you see, I put my own banner up here. I put the name here. I put a description here. And I put the instructions on how to install it and the changelog. So, and you can see here it says it hasn't been tested on 6.5.2. Actually, it has. So it looks like it's time for me to bump to create a new I need to create a new version. So I will create a new version, so it will probably be 1.0.1 or something like that. So I'll do that. I'll push it, and then it'll be ready. So, and you can see more available, more sports apparel here. So this is what I was saying. You see this is a custom view details that I created myself. So this doesn't exist in this Ojambo plugin. If you like me to put it in a Ojambo plugin in the future, let me know, and I'll put it there as well. And another thing you notice here, there's no enable auto updates. So if I want to do this as well, I'll need to make a few changes. Now for the free plugin, yes, I could probably enable the auto updates, because like this free plugin, if I put it and it gets approved, then you'll be able to enable the auto updates. If I want to do enable auto updates myself, I could probably do that. It just require a little bit extra coding. And clearly, because this is a paid plugin, this customer sets price is a paid plugin, I most likely would have to have some type of enable auto update where it's limited. Maybe it's for 1 year, 2 years. So as I said, there's some logic that I'll need to add in. It won't be as simple if it's not a free plugin. Or if it's if it's pay once only and you get free updates for life, yeah, then I could enable the auto updates. Okay, so now you notice some of these plugins, for example, this contact form 7 has a settings. So this plugin also has a settings. Now these other plugins I don't have settings, for example, like the classic editor, because that only does literally one thing. Same with Akismet. WooCommerce has its own settings, because as you can see, WooCommerce adds a lot of things here. Now let's go and look at this Ojambo Shop customer sets price. So we click on settings here. So another reason I like to put settings here is because some people, I could put a settings somewhere here. I can put it under maybe tools or under settings. You could put it here, but you see people have to then go and navigate all these things. Where should it be? Or if I put something here, for example, there's this one here. So look, we can see if we go to settings, we click here. You see this icon as well. So it gave it a unique icon. So I created this icon myself and put it here. So those are the type of things you can do. So when I clicked the settings, it went to this setting. So it looks like there's a conflict. Looks like settings is not being used properly here. Okay, so we'll just click here. Or maybe I clicked the wrong settings. I might have clicked the wrong settings. So it's actually, I must have clicked the wrong one. Let me actually go make sure that's not a bug. I might have clicked the wrong settings. It's weird, it went to the wrong one. I'll look at the URL. Oh yeah, I did click the wrong one. So this is the settings. I must have clicked the wrong one. Yeah, there we go. I clicked the wrong one. I was running. So this is the settings page. It's when you click the customer sets price. So what you need to do, the reason I gave that is because you might not always want this. So I gave you an option to toggle it, yes or no. So this part here, when I click this, you see it says scroll down, and you see, so it says the frequently asked questions are here. I mean, you can add that yourself. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to enable it. So this saves it in a database. I think that's what that does, or it might save it somewhere else. Okay, so it's been saved. Now, to use this plugin, what you need to do is you go to a product. So we do have, remember, we have one product we created, which was this shirt or t-shirt, I think it was. So this is the t-shirt. So I go to the t-shirt, and guess what you see when you go to the t-shirt? Do you remember when we created the product? It looked very different. In this particular one, now you get this customer sets price. So the customer set price. So in able to use customer set price, you have to click here to enable it for the specific product. It's very specific to a product, so enable it. And then under customer sets price here, you can put the suggested prices. You see they're on separate lines. So for example, if I put How much is this one? I think it was $30 if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think we set it for $30. So if I put, obviously $30 will be a suggested price. If you don't put a suggested price, what will happen is by default it will use your current price as the suggested price. So you put $30 and let's say, actually, you know what? I'll make it bigger, just to let you know. So let's say I put 40. I'll put $40 and I'll put let's say 35 and I'll put 30. Okay, then I'll hit update. Then is this our product here or this one? I'm not sure which one is a product. Okay. Oh, we have two of them. So I can get rid of this. I was still using the shop. Here we go. So I'll go to the shop page. And then this is the product. You see it says set your price. Okay, so you see I can set my price, and you see this little drop down here. So I can choose the I can choose one of those prices. You see that? You saw the $35 there. So when I type in, I can type in and I see down here it's the 35. Let's say I put 35. So remember the original price was $30. You saw me put it into the cart. So now I've set it to $35, and the quantity doesn't change. It only works on the set. See, and it actually put something as set your price. So set your price. I click that. And then you see it has been added. So let's go to the cart, what the price is in the cart. The price in the cart is $35. And because I put a quantity of 2, and you see now I can actually proceed to if I proceed to the checkout, and as you can see now, you see it's $70 because there's 2 of them, and based on the price that, so that's how customer set price works. Okay, so now if we go back to the so if we go back to the product, yes, I want to go back to the product. Let's say I want another one, and I can change it now to $40, because you can put whatever price you want in there. So if I put that, now it's $40. If we go to view cart, all of them are now $40. That's the default. I'm saying there's other settings you can do in your own, but that's the easiest way I created, so it's just nice and simple. So as you can see, everything now is $40 because that's the price that you set, $40. And you can again, you can proceed to checkout. I don't think I'll do it just to show you that it does work. So you can see that is based on the set price. Now, if I don't like that price, I can looks like I can't jump to go back to the shop page, and then at your price. Now if I change it to say $20, and I go to view cart, as you can see, it's $20. It's now $20, and there's still 4 of them, so that 20 by 4. So that's how customer sets price plugin works. And as you saw, there's there's no issue with the plugin. And this was remember, this is a brand new website. You saw me actually set it up from scratch a few tutorials ago, and you saw me in this WordPress series, and you saw me today install WooCommerce and install the WooCommerce customer sets price plugin. So there's 2 places where you can get this plugin. Right now it's on ojambo.com. The reason it's not yet on ojamboshop.com is because I haven't put it jumboshop.com. It's not on jumboshop.com yet because I wanted to see if it's popular before I put it here. So my plan is to create plugins, put them on jumbo.com. Once they're on jumbo.com, I might move them. So I want to put only one plugin here. If it works well, I'll then put it on jumboshop.com. Or what I can do is I can just leave plugins on jumbo.com for the future. Okay, so I think there's no chat, so I'm going to stop the chat now. If you have any questions, just leave them in the chat in the future, or just write something for me. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to stop now. Before I make sure if you're watching on YouTube or sign into YouTube, and make sure you subscribe for more frequent content. And just down here, if you enjoyed this, if you're enjoying this WordPress series, please consider supporting me by purchasing one of my WordPress or jumbo.com plugins, or programming or jumboshop.com online courses, or the publications on Amazon, the programming books. Or you can even become a donor. Just click on jumbo.com donate here, right at the top of the page. Just click on the donate page. And here are the references. The links are also in the description. The customer sets price plugin for WooCommerce. You just click here, you go right to it. There's a learning JavaScript course on jumboshop.com. There's all the other courses on jumboshop.com. The paperback book for learning JavaScript on Amazon, the ebook on Amazon, and the other ebooks on Amazon. If you want something more specific, you can contact me on jumboservices.com for custom websites, applications, and tutorials one-on-one. So for the custom websites, they don't have to be WordPress. It could be another CMS like Joomla or Drupal or anything else. Zencart, doesn't matter. If you want to migrate database issues, you can contact me there at jumboservices.com. Again, thank you, and talk to you next time.